So, morning, guys. Stoney got too much sun, I believe. He was on vacation when everyone was calling for Aaron Glenn's job a week before Kirk Cousins would have thrown 600 yards last week if he was healthy. That's from Dave. Look, Aaron Glenn is coveted. He's had job interviews the last 2 years. I don't think the defense has been great. They've been opportune. They were opportune. We mentioned earlier in the show, Nick Mullins threw for a lot of yards against that team. Their secondary is not great, but they made important plays.
Yeah, think about this. The Vikings ran for 17 yards. The Lions have done a good job stopping the run going back to the midpoint of last season. Mm-hmm. What Aaron Glenn faced in the middle of this season was a defensive line that does not win one-on-one.
Right.
So what are you going to do? Well, for a while, they sat back and gave up big plays. And they're still going to give up big plays, but the solution has been blitz.
Yeah.
Speed them up. Force some turnovers. 4 of them. Listen, you deal with 400 yards against if you get 4 turnovers in the same game.
Right. If you're playing a fantasy league championship game this week or a playoff game and you have CeeDee Lamb on your team, you're smiling right now.
Yeah, he's going to pop a couple big plays.
Yeah.
But if Ife Melifonwu, and that's been the biggest tweak here, is blitzing, gets home, forces a fumble, or gets an interception, it's how you get a bad defense off the field. And maybe bad is too harsh, but there's deficiencies with this defense that I don't think they're going to fix in the next couple weeks.
What did everybody say before the season? If the offense can be as good as it was last year, well, it's pretty close. I don't think it's quite as good statistically. And the defense can just be middle of the pack, they will win the division.
I'll give it to you again. The Saints, 20th in points allowed when they won the Super Bowl. 2nd in turnovers forced with 39, including a big pick in that Super Bowl. Was it Tracy Porter against Peyton Manning?
Yes.
That's kind of the way this is going to have to be if they're going to go on a run.
No doubt. Let's say good morning to James on Cell. What's up, James?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm a relatively new listener to you guys. I moved up here about 3 years ago, man. And,
From where?
I was calling from Georgia.
Cool.
Yeah, and I was a Falcons fan for most of my life up until we blew that Super Bowl. And this last year, watching the Lions has really, I'm going to say it, I jumped on that bandwagon. I'm towards the back, though. It's reignited my love for the NFL, like watching NFL football, watching the Lions play this season, and just seeing the community get around them.
So when Desmond Ridder and the Falcons came into Ford Field this year, were you rooting for the Lions or the Falcons?
As much as my dad would hate to hear me say it, I was pulling for the Lions. I lost faith in my Falcons years ago.
That's a very familiar refrain.
But James, I want to give you a hard time here. I want to give you a hard time here. I don't mind that you're rooting for the Lions, but part of why Lions fans are on such a high right now is because they stuck with the Lions when times were really bad. Don't you feel like you're cheating yourself a little bit if the Falcons ever get good, that you gave up on them?
No, because I'm a Georgia Bulldogs fan, so I did my time of waiting.